Greetings everyone, it's the Mercenary. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Just a little warning ahead of time, I've got some fans going, so if you guys can hear that in the background, I apologize. It is hella hot in this room, and if I don't have them going, then my brain's going to overheat with all this capacity that I've got going on, and all of the list of topics that I want to talk about, so it's a must. And today's background gameplay is featuring some Far Cry New Dawn on the PC, as a background way to let me speak freely without having to focus on the objective at the same time. So let's get to it, shall we? So to get to the first topic, which is my thoughts about E3, and it's a good mix of good and bad, but we'll get through the bad first real quick, and that is the Bethesda conference. Now, Todd Howard managed to put on his big man pants and step on that stage and let people know that he knew and his team about Fallout 76's biggest flaw, which was releasing it when it was actually in a broken state, as well as guaranteeing their customers the duffel bag, which was guaranteed with premium material. Can't quite name it, but I'll have it as an asterisk if I remember the name or look it up. And people got exactly less than what they expected was, and upon asking for a refund, Bethesda actually neglected and rejected the offer to take back any refunds regarding that the duffel bag. Instead, they offered to offer in-game currency, which obviously made the user ineligible for purchasing the actual duffel bag in the game itself. How sad is that, right? Instead, to purchase it towards whatever else that they could buy in store. So that seems kind of fishy to me. But anyway, so the reaction to him admitting the faults that Fallout 76 came with was actually really astonishing to him, because with the audience that he gave, that with the mistakes that he was making, like, he threw it out there. Like,
given some of that excitement, impressed you're still here. Take Fallout 76. A type of game we'd never done before. Had a lot of difficulties at launch, and we got a lot of well-deserved criticism.
So with what he said, you can tell that the heat and the pressure was on, but surprisingly, the audience was cheering, and I guess that was unexpected, but it was more of the comments down in the section below that got right to the point versus, are these guys paying the audience to react in that kind of way just because they know the repercussions of Fallout 76 was so great that they're choosing to ignore, or at least trying to be more optimistic of what Fallout 76 will be like in the future? But a lot of people in the comment section below of that video was actually in disbelief. They couldn't believe, what the heck is the hype all about? But nonetheless, he came out and admitted all the wrongs that his team knew, that it was a new direction that Bethesda Game Studios never went in before, and they were taking a high risk in doing that, and that sometimes it's a game that has to be out 24/7 to understand the bugs, but there's a simple thing called beta or game preview for the Xbox, or early access through Steam. But considering they actually took Fallout 76 from Steam, that means they put it in their own launcher because they knew that the backlash would be so real. So I don't know what they would call it in their case, but I know it would be a game preview with through the Xbox, or through whatever that is, would be on the PS4. But anyway, it would have been a more viable option to do a beta or a game preview test before releasing the full thing, knowing that it was broken on launch. So with the bad stuff out of the way, let's move on to the awesome stuff, which was the cinematic preview for Cyberpunk 2077, which we were actually surprised at the very epilogue that John Wick, aka Keanu Reeves, made an appearance in the game. But then, out of nowhere, this happens.
Please welcome Keanu Reeves.
Hello, Los Angeles! E3 is really going to be breathtaking. You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
Now, a lot of fans idolize this guy to a great extent that I can't begin to fathom, but I know him as Neo from the Matrix series, but not so much as John Wick. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but I only watched one movie out of that series, and it didn't really make me want to watch the other two, but don't worry, I will get to it eventually. But a lot of people idolize this guy in ways that means a big deal to a lot of people. So with that out of the way, now we move on to the next one, which is Halo Infinite, which they saved the best for last, in my opinion.
This is UNS! Looks like there's a problem with the servos in your hands. Stay calm. You've been out there a while. I know I saw something in here to check your armor's diagnostics.
Status report.
There's something you need to see, Chief. We lost. Lost everything. There's nothing left for us here.
But there's some mixed emotions about the new armor that 343 has given the Mjolnir armor for Master Chief, and it's kind of a mix between the armor from Halo 4 and the armor from Halo 3. To me, it actually reminds me of the armor from the multiplayer version of Halo 4 that you get after you beat the Legendary campaign, which I'll have a little picture of that on the screen here. So to wrap up my thoughts about E3, it kind of boils down to what it was like in 2017 when they announced the new hardware for Project Scorpio, which we eventually got the name for 2018, which was actually called Xbox One X. Well, there was the announcement of Project Scarlet, and we don't know what that name is, and to this day, even Phil Spencer doesn't even know what the name is going to be. So we'll find out definitely in 2020, as most of the games and hardware as we were showcased in this conference are going to be all tailored towards the year of 2020. So I think there might be only one game that comes out this year later on, but as far as for all the new ones, I think they're all waiting for the newer system hardware to hit the shelves in the market before committing to a full release. But yeah, most of it is tailored towards a Q1 to a Q2 release, and most of that relating to a Q3 to a Q4 release. So my next topic is my upcoming content, and to this day I still don't know, and it's still undetermined of what I want to do for that, besides what I've currently got going on, which is Spider-Man. But unfortunately, I have to step away from the big picture to see the whole big picture and kind of get an idea of what I want to do, metaphorically speaking. But still to this day, I want to make sure that the content is fresh between old and new, because I'm always focused on content that I haven't seen that I would like to see on YouTube, which is like the old nostalgic games, regardless of what the view interaction is like. But I mean, as long as I'm doing it, I want to see it out there. So that's kind of like my own self ambition to see that. And the upload schedule will still remain as the same from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's my way to always maintain balance on the platform, so that way I'm not jam-packing myself with daily videos, which to anybody I think would be too much stress. Yeah, for sure. Alright, so now the next one is my streaming, which has been on a halt lately as of the ending of May, because June I picked up work again, and it's getting hotter and hotter out, so it's getting more difficult to stay in one spot, as I'm pretty sure anybody who doesn't have AC where they live, air conditioning, knows that staying in one spot can drive someone mentally insane because of all the heat that gathers up in the same area. Yeah, it's not cool, man. But props to those who manage to find a way to work their way around that, or just embrace the heat and, you know, continue to do what they love and stuff, as if to say, you make up shitty excuses to not stream. But you know what? That's your opinion. I respect that. You are doing what I can't really do so well in, and that's heat. So with that said, I will pick up the streams as they go along whenever I find that you know, I'm in a suitable situation where it's not too hot and all that stuff. But right now I'm picking up work. It's casual, part-time. It's kind of a mix right now, but yeah, so I've got to compensate for that. And the work can be strenuous at times, so therefore if I'm feeling bad, I won't even get on my computer at all. I'll just like go straight to bed and everything. So that's kind of what the scenario is on that. Now here's an interesting one I thought of, which is making online content. Now unfortunately, some friends are kind of doing their own thing at this moment, and some of the games that they're on are not the games I have. And if there's some games I did have, I don't have anymore because I just didn't enjoy it, because the experience gave me so many bad impressions that I just don't want to involve myself in it right now or anymore. So that's kind of the situation on that. But I still play Grand Theft Auto, just not as often as I did before. Black Ops, if anything, It'd be as late as Black Ops 3 to the Modern Warfare series. And I know as enthusiastic and as optimistic as I'd like to be for the newer one that's coming in 2019, or the later part of it. I don't know. I like to see gameplay before I judge, because seeing the trailer is one thing, and hearing the story of what this game is based upon is another. But I want to see gameplay. I'm pretty sure everyone's on the same page on me as that. So, yeah. As far as for online content, it's limited based upon the friends that I play with. But since that they're doing their own kind of thing, I'm basically a 99% solo player, casual, offline. So that's that. So this next one is a bit interesting. It's actually kind of an expansion to my upcoming content, but kind of elaborate a bit further. It is my unofficial hiatus from the YouTube, and this comes with a lot of barriers, which I'm still trying to face to this day, which is what content to do, stepping away from the big picture and looking at what all the possible ideas that I could do. I mean, I've got tons of games. I just gotta figure out which ones that are unique and which ones that YouTube will not get too mad at me about posting, because it's sort of sensitive / I mean, I don't get paid through AdSense. I'm kidding. But actually, in the long term, that is going to actually hit a lot of people who are doing this for full time. And for me, well, I could take off at any time, so I got to compensate for what my future may hold on this platform. But luckily, we all got to have a backup plan. And my backup plan is to work and have some funds on the side. So therefore, I'm not only relying on this platform to keep me afloat. And along with that comes with the need for more content, which I have not been doing recently, even regardless of the past videos that I've done and the views from the videos that continue to freaking skyrocket to this day. But still, I gotta show that I'm more consistent. But during the days where I'm not consistent are the days you can likely catch me on Twitch. During times like right now, I haven't been really keeping up to that, so it is likely I will be streaming, but I will not be posting that message if I know that my streaming will be so limited to where I won't be doing it for weeks on end. But as much as I would love to go on about the stuff that I still have yet to talk about, I'm running out of game space here, so therefore time's going to run out real quick. So let me just take this time to say thank you guys so much for the continued support. You guys have been amazing and continue to be amazing at providing support in whatever way you can possible. And I just wanted to announce that I actually recently surpassed 1,100 subscribers, which is a huge milestone. It's like starting over again, but it just continues to grow, man. I don't know what it is.
You're breathtaking.
But just thank you guys for being there, It just shows that, whatever it is I have in my backlog is something you guys enjoy, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. And it actually gives me an idea of what to maybe do in the future. But until then, action will speak louder from this point. So with that said, that's going to pretty much conclude it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Feel free to let me know in the comment section below of what you thought about E3, or just any way to interact with each other, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I'll get Spider-Man going here real soon, so I know some of you guys are really catering to that, and yeah, we'll go from there. So again, thank you guys so much for being here, watching, and all that stuff. And as always, be sure to leave a like or dislike, whichever you feel today's video deserved, and get yourself subscribed with the bell icon so you won't miss it on any future uploads.